We're introducing here a bushing driver for main bushings. Now, we're the first to make this thing, and we went through a few versions, about 3 versions before this, but this is the final product. What you see right now, you can drive the bushings out and the bushings in. Now, with this sleeve, though, it's helpful. We don't actually use it as mechanics, but when you put this sleeve on, it will push the bushing flat flush with the housing, so that's just an extra benefit we made for the farmers. Now, it's very important to keep in mind, this is not your typical .401 shank air hammers. This is the larger .498 shank. And the reason for that is because when we first started out, we used the smaller air hammers. They work maybe 40%, 50% of the time. But when we moved up to the bigger air hammer shank, you're going to see in these videos the difference in why we did it. This gets the job done. So I suggest you get a large air hammer. And this is what we use, the Chicago Pneumatic CP717. So in the video, this is an actual job we did in Nebraska. And you'll see how great this works and how we designed it. We drive out the bushing, the first one, and we just go right to the next bushing. Then we just simply keep that in there, do that last bushing, and then put in the nearest bushing. And this, as you see from the timer, if you go back and look, this gets the job done in about 30 seconds. And this is on the far back right row unit. So this is about the easiest row unit can do. This next video you're going to see, it's literally the hardest row unit you can do, and it's in the very middle where there's the hydraulics, there's parts of the frame, but as you'll see, this will get this part done in just about a minute. So it's a huge improvement. We used hydraulics in the past. Of course, we started out with beating with the pin and the hammer, and we tried everything. This is by far the fastest than anything. Hydraulics, it just takes time to set up. You're dragging around a lot of junk. This is by far the fastest and best. Anyone can pick these up at our website at AirSeederService.com. As of 2022, they're $120. The driver that I'm actually using in this video, I've used on over 10 drills. So these last a long time, but they do eventually break. This specific design is actually, it's a shank that it's pressed into the head, and this makes it last longer, but the head will come loose on it, but it's still usable, and this is exactly what happened to this one. I still use it, it still works great. With our experience, 2 of us can get a John Deere 90 series 68 row unit done in about 3 hours. A farmer, it may take a day or 2, but this is the tool to do it. It's the best thing out there for these.